Did you know this year might be one of the most significant, even terrifying, in human history? Now, before you roll your eyes, this isn't about some internet theory or a random TikTok video. This comes from deep within ancient records. We're talking about sources that predate our modern way of thinking by thousands of years. According to ancient Hebrew genealogies, detailed Jewish chronologies, and even the writings of early Christian historians, we are hovering right around the 6,000-year mark of recorded human history. Think about that for a second. These weren't guesses. These were meticulous calculations. They counted the generations, father to son, all the way back to the very first man, Adam. When you take all these ancient records from different sources, and you add up the lifespans and the lineages, they consistently point to one number: 6,000 years. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. A profound and ancient belief shared across these traditions held a fascinating idea that 1,000 years in human history is like one day in a grander cosmic week. The prophecy was simple yet powerful: 6 days of human labor, struggle, and history, followed by a seventh day of rest. 6,000 years of work, followed by a 1,000-year Sabbath, a millennium of peace. Keys. So, if those ancient timekeepers were right, and we are at the end of that 6th day, it means we are standing on the brink of a monumental shift, the end of an age of toil, and the beginning of something entirely new. It's a staggering thought, right? It reframes our entire perception of time and our place in it. We're not just living in another random year. We could be witnessing the culmination of a 6,000-year-long story. Yet, what do we hear today? The prevailing modern narrative tells us to relax. It tells us that history is random, a chaotic series of unconnected events, that there's no grand plan, no overarching story, and ultimately, that nothing really means anything. We're encouraged to see ourselves as a cosmic accident, adrift in a meaningless universe. So, we have two completely opposite views of reality. This presents us with a stark choice. Either all of those ancient scholars, scribes, and historians across different cultures and centuries were all collectively wrong in their meticulous calculations. Or, perhaps, we're the ones who have stopped paying attention. Maybe the clock that they so carefully watched never actually stopped ticking. Maybe we just got distracted and stopped looking at it. Here's a final thought to leave you with. What if the ancient timeline is correct? What if the story isn't over, and we're not just random spectators, but key players in its final chapter? It's a powerful idea to consider. I'm curious, had you ever heard about this 6,000-year timeline before? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you found this thought-provoking, make sure to subscribe for more.